Hey guys, welcome to our next day of topics of improvement. We're calling this the 60 Sunrises to Success. We're on day 28. And today's topic, what we're talking about, is body language. And why is body language so important? Well, first of all, body language is very misunderstood. Because when we go to school and we go to regular traditional trainings, we're not taught about body language. We're taught about math and spelling and words and word structure, but we're not taught about body language. And so recently, over the last few years, I've been studying body language and learning a lot about it. And it's all a tell about what's going on in your head. And so we got to be really clear and accurate about what we're doing with our bodies. So what I mean is, so check this out. In the all of communication, we have words, we have the tone, and we have the body language. The body language is 55%. Tone is 38%, for a total of 93%, which means that words, the last 7%. Isn't that crazy? So in our formal education, we're all taught about the words, which is the least efficient way to communicate. Really what it comes down to is our body language and our facial expression. So I got a funny story for you real quick. So I was recently at a restaurant with a friend of mine who has a disease. Just kidding, it's not a disease, but we call it RBF, okay? And he what he does is he unintentionally has what we call a resting bitch face. Okay, he looks mad, but he's not. And so we're sitting at the restaurant, the waitress comes over, comes to take our order and isn't making eye contact with him. She's filling out her little note thing, and she looks up and goes, like this audible gasp, and then says, "Are you upset?" And I just busted up laughing. I thought it was hilarious because I knew he wasn't upset, but that's what his face was saying. So I thought it was funny that they got called out on that. So 55% of communication comes from our body language. Our face is capable of several hundred micro expressions. Right? There's so many different things you do with your eyebrow and the corner of your lips, or your smiles, whatever, that you really got to be paying attention to that. You want to make sure that your face matches up with what you mean. Okay? So watch out for RBF. Also, body language, it really indicates whether you're open or not. So imagine this. Let's say I'm trying to sell a product and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you'll absolutely love it. It'll be great. You'll love it. Just try it. The company's wonderful." The words make it sound great, but what was my body language? I'm pushing away. Right? So we got to be really aware of what we're doing with our bodies. Okay? Also, when you're engaged in a face-to-face conversation, never touch your face. Never go like this. Never, touching your face and stuff. It's a sign that you're hiding something. That's what the other person is picking up on the nonverbal communication. So we really want to be aware of that, right? So when suggesting a new idea or something, instead of doing the hand push, you know what you do? Hold your hand out. "Hey, I got this new idea for you." "Oh, hey, here's this thing for you too." Or when I'm offering someone feedback, right? It's time for some new ideas. I want them to change something. I am offering feedback. "Oh, hey, did you consider this? I want you to think about this." And then I leave my hands there because now I'm ready to receive their information. Right? We're not going to do any closed body language, right? Crossing your arms, or imagine if I was walking around doing this. Do I look very confident? Just feels silly. Of course not. Right? Stand up tall. The body language says so much, and we don't really spend a lot of time on it, and we wonder why we get misunderstood. So you might be coming from a place of love and coming from a place of concern and listening, but imagine you're standing there with your arms crossed and your legs crossed, and you might think you're comfortable, but really you're just sending off this signal, "Quit talking to me." Another interesting thing, and then we'll wrap it up right after this, with your body language, is your eye contact. And how are you making your eye contact? Okay, think about it this way. when you want to show someone that you're listening and you're making eye contact. See, one thing I learned is while I was staring into their eyes, I'm trying to show them I'm listening, but I would create a death stare on accident. I'd just be like staring contest, and I was doing it wrong. I thought I was making eye contact, so the right way. What I learned was when you first meet someone and you go to make eye contact with them, notice how long they lock onto you, and then silly bug. Notice how long they lock onto you. And then when they look away, that's how long you're going to lock gaze. So let's say it was 2 seconds. So then you start talking and you're looking at them. 1, 2. Then you look away and then look right back. Or maybe it's 5 seconds or 10 seconds. People are going to show you how long they're comfortable making eye contact for. And you don't want to force them past that. That was something I had to learn about eye contact. And when looking at eye contact, don't bounce back and forth between eyes. Okay? What you do is you look at one eye, and then you check in with their mouth, and then go back to their eye. It's your best way of showing I'm listening, okay? Our body language is a major key. Now also, Nick and I spend a lot of time on the phone. How does body language come into playing on the phone? Well, motion causes emotion. And so when we're on the phone, even though no one's seeing us, we're still standing up. We're still using our gestures. We're still really excited about things. And it's something that comes across in your tone. If you're sitting down versus standing up, people can actually hear it. So body language, all the nonverbal cues, it's important to take concern. Look at your face in the mirror. I'm serious. Do this exercise. Look at your face and see when you're resting, could someone misinterpret that as you being upset? And what can you do about it? Right? Practice smiling, having that pleasing personality, that pleasing tone, and more people will approach you. More people will understand the message you're trying to convey. You will be much less misunderstood, and you'll be more effective. If you're tired of wasting time and energy and effort and still being misunderstood, it's probably because of the body language. So remember, open hands, solid eye contact. Okay? Make sure you know what you're doing with your hands. And then positioning your feet too. How are you, in a group conversation, are you putting your feet where it shows that you're including people, or are you twisting or turning them away? Okay, it's a big deal. One other thing with sitting down. George Washington was adamant about this rule. If you're sitting down having a conversation with someone, both feet on the ground. Both feet on the ground. I know a lot of times people like to sit and throw one leg up on their knee, put their foot up on their knee. But that's kind of insulting because now you're showing someone the bottom of your shoe. And that body language just says, I don't care what you're looking at. Again, it's the message that you're trying to convey, and you're trying to be accurate with your words, with your tone, and with your body language. So George Washington's got some really cool rules. He wrote a book about civil how you show up in society, civics. It's really cool. Anyway, keep both feet on the ground. It's the messages that you want to make sure people are picking up accurately. So that's it for you. Welcome. Thanks, guys, for jumping on. Look at all these awesome people. Body language. It's a major key. It has changed how people changes how people perceive me. Totally. I was always doing my best to try to share and be accurate. And then I took this body language class and was like, whoa, I totally was not being accurate. So I thought I'd be able to share with you. So hope that I was bringing some value. Thank you all for joining in. Day 28. It's working. Anything else about body language? Oh, here's something else. Our minds can process 400 to 500 words a minute, but our mouths only create between 150 and 250 words per minute. So the other 500 words or 200 words or 250 words that are still in our mind that we produced that didn't come out our mouths in word form come out of our body in the language. So your thoughts still come out. So you want to make sure that it's all accurate, it's all lining up, it's all the same message, so you can be heard, you can have that breakthrough in that communication and take that next step, whether that's for your health, for your relationships, for your business, for your wealth. Okay? major key. Start studying at it. Look at yourself, and stay plugged in. Stay joining. Stay learning. Thanks for coming in, guys. You're awesome. Mirroring their facial expressions. Yes, that's also a major key. Cool, guys. All right. Yeah, Brandon. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you guys all have a happy Father's Day. Thanks for plugging in. And give someone a hug. It's another great way to share some body language that you're open. All right, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you.